Hello, we're here at MultiverseCon in Peachtree City, Georgia, inside Studio 42. I am Joey Davila, and I'm with Do You Validate today to talk with A.W. Fleck. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about who you are and a little bit about your work.
Yeah, so I am a writer. I'm actually based out of New York City.
Oh.
So I travel for Multiverse. This is my fourth year as an attendee and my first year as a guest.
Love that.
I was on a couple panels yesterday and I have one tomorrow. So it's really nice to kind of, find my little corner in this community. I'm a writer, so I write predominantly fantasy, and then I also write some literary fiction. So those are kind of like my two sides.
I love that. Wonderful. So tell me a little bit about some of the inspirations for your work.
Gosh, this is totally gonna out me, but when I was younger, like high school, I used to read a lot of like BL manga.
Sure.
If you don't know what BL is, it's boys love. And it's different from like LGBTQIA. Sure. Like there is a different, it's usually written by women for women. I grew up with it, like I said, through manga, which is Japanese. Now there's a lot of like BL television shows from like Thailand, all across the Asian continent. But what I really liked about it is because I couldn't see myself represented in American media, there was something very nice about reading these BL stories where, one person was falling in love with someone who was very much outside of what society had told them they were allowed to love. And so as a fat Black woman, like I am a lot of things that society says like aren't deserving. So I'd really kind of like found my place in that media and find that inspires the stories that I write. Some queer, some not, but very much this idea of like searching for self-acceptance, trying to, love yourself regardless of, what others think of you, to stop searching for external validation and find it within yourself. So I find no matter the type of story I'm writing, whether it's fantastical or literary, that is almost always at the heart of the story I'm trying to tell.
I love that. So if you get new fans, new fan, hello. What is the good entry point? Is there a title or a work or a place that you point at and go like, start there if you want to know me?
Yeah, so a funny story is like, I'm not very widely published at this point in time. So I've been writing for a while, and I actually run a writers group in New York City that I've been a part of since 2018 and then took it over in 2021. Nice. So, have a lot of experience like giving critique and things like that, but it's taken a while to get my work out. But Origins is actually a wonderful entry point. It's a multiverse premiere, so it's the first time the story is out in the world. Wonderful. It is from the world of a novel that I'm working on that's based on tarot. So I'm very interested in tarot. Don't know how to read it to save my life, but I love the idea of it. Yeah. And so this is a short story, origin story from one of the characters that inspires the character who's based on the Hermit.
Oh, got you.
So this would be a great entry point. What's also super cool is it's not just a story, it's a literary experience. So the cover, which was designed by a friend of mine, you can color it. So you get a set of colored pencils. You can actually draw on the back. You also can choose like a little glow-in-the-dark unicorn. Every purchase gets a little unicorn. Oh my God. And then I wrote lyrics to a song as part of my writing process for the world, and then I had someone record it. So you can listen to the
Sugar Who. Look at that.
So you can listen to the song. It also has the artist gave me the guitar chord sheet. So if you know how to strum and you want to learn how to play, please do, and then please tag me, because that is my dream, is for someone to get this, to play it, and then suddenly it's like blowing up on like
So is this available on a website, or is it just at the con?
It's available on my website,
which is
www.awfleck.com.
Boom.
And it's called Origins. And then, yes, it is also available here live at the com. It is limited run, so there are only 100 copies in print. So, be the first. Yeah, get on it. And you can also, there's a trailer, like a little launch trailer on my website as well. So you can watch that if you want to just learn a little bit more. And then in terms of my literary work, last year, I was published in Ink Publishing's Yay All Queer.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I have a story in there called Swell, which follows my boys, Jan and Jahome, who are very dear to my heart, set like pre-World War II coastal town in France. Just two boys who grew up together, have a very sort of intimate relationship, but, you know, with class differences and societal expectations and all that stuff, it just never quite computes. But that is also from the world of a novel I'm working on, but it's just a little taste of who they are.
I love that. Wonderful. Okay. So you said this is not your first MultiverseCon.
It is not.
So what is your favorite part of the multiverse experience?
That is a great question. I mean, obviously, I love the right track as a writer.
Sure.
Like, I love the right track for sure. I do think so. What I feel like I have learned is that Georgia has a very robust con scene, and that a lot of folks go to the same cons. So there's this very kind of like family feel to this con. Now, I do feel a little bit outside of that, traveling from New York, but my first year here, I met a really nice guy, and so the second year it came, you know, I was like, oh, I have a friend here, which is great. And then that year, he introduced me to Kevin at Inked Publishing, and then Inked Publishing accepted my story, so then I knew Kevin, you know, and this time I'm here, and I know Joe Compton, and I know Kevin, and so they're, like, slowly but surely, and, you know, being on panels, like, I just had this young woman who I was on a panel with yesterday, she was like, hey, she was like, I'm pretty free today, like, if you want to do lunch or whatever, just let me know. And so the more I come and the more I step out of myself to get involved, because I'm an introvert, like, I'm a raging introvert, so it is very hard for me to kind of, like, you know, go up to people and insert myself into crowds that already feel sort of connected. But I do slowly feel like I am becoming more and more integrated, and folks are just generally friendly. You know, they're going to smile when they see you in the halls. They're going to say, hey, good morning. Gotten a lot of compliments on my Sailor Moon today.
It is very nice.
So, you know, I think that's really nice because, you know, some of these cons, like in New York, we've got like New York Comic Con, we've got Anime Con, they're so big. Yeah. You know, and I've never been, but they were all over my TikTok feed like the last 2 weeks. And it's just the sheer amount of people, you're not forging relationships like you can in a place like Multiverse.
I love that. Anything else that you happen to want to shout out about Multiverse or the con or the people here?
I mean, you know, if you're local and you've never been, definitely come check it out. You can come just for a day. I would recommend coming on a Saturday so you get like a full day of panels. You get to see what it's all about. You know, definitely feel free to come dressed up in a costume. If you've never done cosplay and you're interested in doing it, this is a great sort of entry point because folks are generally very excited to see different costumes and to figure out who you are. So yeah, just, you know, if you're looking for a sci-fi fantasy horror family, then this is a great place to come find.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for tuning in, and we hope you check out MultiverseCon in 2026.